for me, I mean, I made a lot of sacrifices. In high school, I wasn't always going to the parties and living that same lifestyle that, other, people in my class did. And I signed my first professional contract when I was 16. I mean, I come from a very diverse background. My dad's Japanese, my mom's black, obviously. My dad lived in Japan till he was, I think, 10 or 12 years old. So his first language is actually Japanese. And then he moved over here, and I get Acosta, which is Hispanic, from my dad's actual stepdad, which I kind of refer to him as my grandpa because I haven't met my dad's real dad. And yeah, I'm just multi-diverse. I mean, it's kind of a blessing. I got to see different aspects of culture right away. It kind of shaped me for who I am today, and it kind of got me in that mindset of kind of accepting everyone, because I can kind of blend in with every crowd because I'm just so diverse. I grew up going to Allen High School, which is a big football school. I mean, people might know, like Kyler Murray went there, and it was Friday night lights. The whole city shut down. I went to go Allen football game on Friday nights. I maybe went to a couple, but more so I couldn't go because I was always playing a game on Saturdays. So just that aspect of my high school, career per se, I mean, it was just different because I had to miss out on a lot, but in the end, it was worth it. Being competitive is just in my blood. No matter what I'm doing, I want to win. Whether we're playing video games, I play FIFA here and there, so I mean, I gotta win. Even if I'm playing my 13-year-old brother, I gotta whoop him. And that kind of translates on the soccer field. I mean, no matter what we're doing, whatever drill, whether it's a scrimmage, whatever the case might be, I gotta win. And I always have that mindset is you just can't beat me. Or if you do, I gotta get a rematch because I'm not leaving here till I win. Soccer in Texas was definitely a different avenue for a lot of people. For me, I mean, it was my first sport. And then I just fell in love with it right away. I excelled at a young age, and when you're good at something, you want to just stick with it. I was having fun with it, and it's just one of those things, but soccer is where it was at for me, and I was no looking back. Joining the FC Dallas Academy was like a kind of a way to break into the senior team of FC Dallas, and I was just given an opportunity, to sign there. I actually verbally committed to Maryland, and literally maybe a month later, I signed my first professional contract. So it was like one of those things where I was like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. I can't pass up on it, and it was huge. I mean, Maryland would have been a great school for me, but I mean, my dream was always to be a professional athlete and be a professional soccer player, and I just couldn't pass up on it. It's kind of weird because at 26, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you're still young, but kind of in the soccer world, and I mean, I've been pro for almost 10 years now, so I know the aspects of the game and the hardships and injury woes to not playing, not getting called up to the national team, losing games. So I've kind of experienced it all. And so for me, I've kind of just gravitated in that role to just mentor younger kids and, help my teammates any which way possible. I think people, have viewed soccer differently in the past so many years. Soccer was usually people's first sport, and they kind of ventured off to the basketballs and into the footballs. But now it's like one of those things where people are sticking with it. And a credit to just the national team and certain players like Christian Pulisic, maybe myself and my story, Tyler Adams, and guys in in your community. We're kind of idolized in a way, and people are looking up to us because we're from their communities, and it's one of those things where they can follow our same footsteps. So I think it's kind of huge. It's a lot to take on, but I've been embracing it ever since, and it's it's kind of heartwarming, kind of see people kind of looking up to me and wanting to decide they want to be like me when they grow up. So it's been great. Yeah, representing my national team has been one of the proudest moments of my career. I represented them at a youth level, but representing them at a senior level is just a different feeling. To just to wear the crest and not only represent the name on the back, but the crest on the front. And I mean, it's heartwarming. I'm just forever grateful. It's been a tough, journey for me. I was part of the team that didn't qualify for the World Cup. But this year is looking up. Yeah, being at 26, I accomplished a lot, but I'm not done yet. My ultimate goal is to play in Europe. It's always been my dream to play in Europe and also represent my country at a World Cup. And that's two things I haven't achieved yet, but I'm hoping to do so in the near future. But right now I'm just focused on the day-to-day and let the chips fall where they may. I'm big into fashion, so I've been attacking a lot of the urban streetwear stores here. Stedbrook has been one of my go-to stores. I know the owner Zachy. He's been huge, and his store is awesome. Sport and fashion are very similar. One is, sport. No matter what your race or your religion, your perspective of different things, it's a connector. I think the same thing with fashion, and definitely it's a competition in a way. Especially for me, I kind of look at a competition, especially like on game days. I try to bring it. I walk into the locker room and I'm trying to be the best dressed there, and I think my teammates do the same. And that's the same thing with sport. You want to be the best, right? And everything you do, you want to be on top. And fashion is the same way. Style has always been just part of me. Ever since I was little, when I got a pair of shoes, I would go to sleep in them. That was just my thing. I love shoes. Shoes were always a staple of outfits. And I've probably have over a couple hundred pairs of shoes. I'm always looking out for new drops and different things. And now I'm kind of trying to piece it all together. I'm trying to find, kind of my style and kind of my avenue. So I'm just trying to step it up. And for me, I'm just trying to bring fashion into soccer, and not only just wearing all designer, but kind of being complete in different ways. It's one of those things where fashion is also, it's subjective, right? It's something, your taste might be different than mine. But it's one of those things, it's just like sport too. Your talent is different than mine, but you're still, a good player. And what you bring is obviously different, but it's also complete. And I think as players, you want to, kind of mimic things from other people. And the same thing in the fashion world.